Yes, yes, yes. You now rocking with the best. You tuned in to Cook Off TV, and I'm your host, Cook Off, this evening. Good evening. Yes, well, let's talk about it. Everybody know a fight took place. Some people call it the fight of the century. I would like to say it myself, the fight of the century. And man, oh man, it's been a humdinger, a humdinger. You know, you have Earl, the Truth Spencer, and you have Terrance Bud Crawford. All right, we'll be talking about a few things today. We'll be talking about the fight over the weekend, and we'll be talking about Jess Hilarious versus transgender woman, and we'll talk about Houston, Texas. What's going on in Houston, Texas, with a high rate of syphilis within the black women? We have a problem, Houston. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it tonight. What's going on? What is going on? That's what I would like to know. I hope everything is right. My mic is right. Am I clear to you? How am I looking? You know, I hope I'm not echoing. A lot of people told me I got a little feedback before, so I hope I'm not an echoing during the recording. If so, just let me know and I'll try to make some adjustments for you, all right? Well, well, well. Now let's get into it. It was a humdinger, or as some people say, a bomb burner. It was a bomb burner. I am not gonna lie. I definitely enjoyed the fight this weekend. And again, it was the fight of the century for me. It was a treat, you know. We all know Earl Spence. He's a good boxer, of course. He had 3 belts. Uh, it takes a lot of discipline and dedication to get there. Uh, Terrance Crawford, we all know, it was a under. He was considered an underdog, of course, and it took him a lot to get this card, to get this fight, and it took both of them to coordinate this whole ordeal together. Got to give gunshots for that. Gunshots all the way around for that. Two brothers, two black men to coordinate this and get these things together, this fight together. Outstanding. You know, beautiful thing to make something like that happen. And truthfully so, or rightfully so, you know, Earl Spence got beat like a runaway slave. He got beat like a runaway slave. Wouldn't you agree? Wouldn't you agree? And that's not taking anything away from him once again. But at the end of the day, when you watch boxing, everybody's looking for a knockout. Now, he didn't get knocked down. I mean, he didn't get knocked out, but he got knocked down a couple of times. You know, I believe he got knocked down. The first knockdown was in round 2. I was shocked. And let me be the first to say, those are good, extraordinary boxers. But I was expecting Earl Spence to win, just for some reason. But Crawford proved himself, and he is the new face of boxing now. Before, Tank said he was the face of boxing, but now is Terrence Crawford. He is the new face of boxing. There's no question. At least that's my opinion. You know, that's my opinion. But yes, it was a good fight. Uh, I don't know if Spence would have went the distance. I don't know. That's why the ref stopped the fight. He got knocked down in the second round. He got knocked down again, I believe, twice in the seventh, and then knocked down in the ninth. That's it. It was over. It was over. Now he's known for his hard hitting body shots, but he couldn't connect. And then when it was time for him to connect, or when he tried to connect, nothing was effective. Nothing was really landing, and nothing was effective. You know. Now there may be some talks about a rematch in the air. We don't know. I'm pretty sure Terrence Crawford will rise up to the occasion and eventually give him a shot at the titles that he took from him. He took 3 belts from him. And also, this is the first male boxer to win in 3 different divisions. You got to give him up for that. You get the gunshots for that. That's a hard thing to do. That is a hard thing to do. So he just proved to the world how of an extraordinary, exceptionary boxer that he is. I mean, it was an upset. A lot of people had him as the underdog. A lot of people had this Earl Spence Jr. for the win. And even myself, I cannot deny it. And he lost. But he didn't let me down. He sure didn't let me down. Glad I didn't put any money on it, man. Then I would have been let down. Then I would have been pissed. I would have been pissed, you know? But he didn't let me down because I didn't put any money of it. But I'm pretty sure Terrence Crawford, he shocked the world. He shocked the world. Shocked the world. Shocked the world. You know? Now he has not one, not two, not three, but 4 belts. And guess what? They both walked off good with their pride, and there was Spence walked off good with his pride and his dignity still intact. I mean, this is the name of the game. This is boxing. One person wins, one person loses. You know, you go home. The good thing is that both people left safe and out of the ring. Because once you step in that ring, you're in the danger zone. You don't know what can happen. Anything can happen from that point, you know. But once again, Crawford beat Spence like a runaway slave. A runaway slave. I don't know what happened. I'll say that first round, Spence won barely. Maybe he was nervous. Maybe he had a couple of butterflies in his stomach or something. But something went wrong. I was watching the fight with a couple of people, my brother and company, and yeah, people was on straddling the fence about who will win, who will take place to who will win and who will lose, who will be the agony of defeat, you know. And we all know who that was. Now, who's the fight coming up for Spence? Who knows? But I believe Ennis. I can't remember his first name, but Ennis should be up for the title next for Crawford to defend or to fight. So that should be a pretty good one as well. You know, he looked real. Spence looked real lackadaisical going on to continuation of the fight. Uh, Before the fight, myself, in my opinion, he looked like he was high. He was- I don't know. He was in Texas, you know. Anything goes in Texas. Maybe he was on a loud pack. I don't know. I can't call it. But he just looked kind of befuddled, if you will. He looked a little befuddled, you know. And yeah, it was a barber. It was a good fight. One of the best fights that I think I've seen this year so thus far, other than Tank, other than the last Tank fight that he had. I believe it was either last month or 2 months ago. Time was flying so fast. But yeah, this guy here, oh boy, Crawford came out with everything but the kitchen sink. I mean, he pretty much left the fight how he walked in there with no bruises, no bumps, no scrapes, or nothing. You know, he left the fight just how he came in there. So he came to win. He came to prove a point, and I'm pretty sure he proved this point. This is the underdog. This is a guy coming up from Omaha, Nebraska. Omaha, Nebraska. Wow. I didn't even know there were black people that were from Omaha, Nebraska, to be honest, until he came up in the rankings. You know, he fought hard people within the tenure of his career. And so he was really being unnoticed. They were supposed to have this bout and this match and this fight over a decade. Over a decade. I believe Earl Spence was supposed to fight Pacquiao a couple of years some time back. But reason being, I don't think they had a chance to fight because Earl Spence was in a couple of car wrecks. And he actually got ejected from the car. And so, and it could have been even horrible than that. But I think he kind of messed up his retina, and so he wasn't able to take that belt or that fight at that moment. That would have been a pretty good one too. But then again, I don't know. Right now, is Pacquiao. It's time to hang it up. Go be the senator or prime minister or whatever the hell he was out there in the Philippines. You know, go ahead and hang it up, guy. You know, it's over. It's a wrap for you, guy. As some would say, he's washed. He is washed. Yeah, he's done. He is done. So Earl Spence, I wouldn't say he's done or he's down and out or out for the count. He has a lot of heart. And in this type of sports, no guts, no glory. He has a lot of heart. And that's what got him there. Once again, dedication, heart, determination. And it's astounding that these two gentlemen, black men, young guys, finagle through the cracks and got this fight up there and got it up and running and coordinated everything themselves. That's outstanding. And that's the first time ever, to my knowledge. That is the first time ever. Usually, everybody have their camps and their teams and the small hats to put up the money and get everything going. But they didn't need any help from the small hats. Uh, I believe Bob Arum, because Crawford, if I'm not mistaken, he's signed with Top Rank, Bob Arum, and he didn't have nothing to do with it. I guess these guys backed out. I said nope, because maybe he knew what was going to happen. Who knows? But these guys got it together, win or lose from either side. They put it up. Spence put the belts up, and they put up 10 million. So either way, they're both winners. 10 million apiece. Oh shit. For 1 million, I would have got up in there and took a dive, just laid down on the floor for 3 punches in the first round. But yeah, you can have this. Everybody would have laughed. Yeah, well, I'm laughing to the bank. You think you laughing at me? I'm laughing at you. I would have been laughing all the way to the bank. That's what I would have been doing. Laughing all the way to the bank. You know, 10 million apiece. Sheesh. They got mouths to feed. That's a lot of money to feed those mouths that they have. They both have kids. Spence has over 50 acres in Texas. Wow. And plans to add on some more. Yeah. I saw a commentary with him, and he was being interviewed on the news, and then there was on his ranch. He had cows, horses, all sorts of type of things out there. So wow, this is where he got him. I saw in the interview on Mike Tyson's podcast, Hot Boxing, that he mentioned. Actually, he had both of them on there last week before the fight. Yeah, one after the other. And they spoke about a few things. Spoke about him, Spence, being in a car wreck a couple of times, and how he's been ejected from the car, and so that could have been a life threatening or life ending thing right there. So it's a blessing he was obviously come out unscathed, where he still has everything intact for him to be able to continue his profession. Excuse me. Mouth is dry. Gotta take a sip of the fresh coconut water. Refreshing. Need to get you some coconut water. Try not to hydrate yourself from the regular bottled water. There's a chemical called atrazine in the regular bottled water. And atrazine is used as a chemical inside the fertilizer. What is it doing in water? Who knows? Only time will tell. But it's a chemical that we need not to be ingested. So what do you think? What do y'all think? Let me hear something in the comments. What do y'all think about the fight? How was the fight? You know? Yeah, how was the fight? Let me know. How was the fight? Did you enjoy it? Did you sit there eating your popcorn? Who did you have for the win? Who did you have to lose? Yeah, inquiring minds want to know. Inquiring minds want to know. Now, some people say he can't recover. Spence can't come back from this, but I beg to differ. I think people who say things like that haven't really seen these two guys fight or haven't really seen any clips of them leading up to their fights. You know, uh, this guy, Crawford, Terrance Crawford, he's fought a lot of guys in the rankings, and even some opponents that he had were considered to be on the pound for pound list, some of the best on the pound for pound list. So he wasn't just walking his way through his career or through these boxes just to get this event or this fight right here. You know, let's be clear. Let's let it be known. We fought a lot of good opponents and good contenders. You know, and this is what got him to this point now. And this was his biggest dance so far. So a lot of people is going to be keeping the eye out for him. A lot of people are going to be ringing his bell for endorsements and so forth and so on. I wouldn't be surprised. You know, he just looks so smooth, so poised. I mean, everybody know he's a big counterpuncher, and that was his thing. Everything that Spence threw at him, he came back with two more shots. For every one shot Spence threw, he came back with two. For every two punches that Spence threw to him, he came back with three or four. You know, he's quick. He's very quick. Eyes quicker than the hands. He's very quick. He was paying attention, real pause, look relaxed coming in there. And this is why he's the champion. Oh, how am I looking? I have the GOAT shirt right here. Speaking of boxing, I don't know, can you see it? The GOAT right here. Speaking of boxing, You know, he did it. He did a lot of people well. Now I'm guessing he'll probably move up in weight because he came, he saw, he conquered. Titles in all three different divisions. That's hard to do. That is hard to do. I don't know too many people who have fought or won in so many different divisions. You know how? Yeah. How many different divisions have Terrence Crawford won? Not sure about that.
According to AP News, Crawford, 35, has.
Not sure about that. I have to check it out. Google it real quick and see what they say. It says Crawford has won titles in super lightweight and lightweight, in addition to welterweight. So lightweight, super lightweight, and welterweight. Wow. Undisputed champion. Wow. Undisputed champion. So super lightweight, lightweight, and welterweight. Wow. Outstanding. Outstanding. I'll say it again. Terrence Crawford has now won 5 belts in 3 different divisions: super lightweight, lightweight, and welterweight. That's a hard thing to do, obviously. Just naming those three is hard. So he come in there, he wasn't no punk. Came in with his game face on. It was game time, ready to rock and roll. Now Spence, on the other hand, I don't know. The trajectory changed. Maybe because it was that guy that he came out with, some local rapper from Texas, whatever his name is. I don't know. And then he had the nerve to not have a shirt on. I seen his belly before he came out. That's insane. That's crazy. And Terrence Crawford came out with Eminem, but Eminem didn't actually perform his song. He just played the song itself, played the music, and didn't really rap a response to it. But Terrence Crawford, we all know he was the underdog on the card, and that was the most appropriate song to come out to. Maybe that just strengthened and built the momentum for him to take the fight, take the title. Took not one, not two, but 3 belts from Earl Spence Jr. 3 belts. Wow. Amazing. Amazing. So now I don't know. It's going to be a long break for Earl Spence. I don't think he have any fights coming up. And as for Terrence Crawford, I believe he may have to move up in weight. I believe he had to move up in weight. The next fights coming up should be one of the Charlo brothers. One of the Charlo brothers, somebody slapped the shit out of him. Slapped fire out of him. It wasn't looking too good when it happened either. It wasn't looking too good when it happened either. Somebody slapped the shit out of one of the Charlo brothers. And they're twins. They're identical twins. So it's no telling which one of them got slapped. But after he got slapped, the person who slapped him, I guess he didn't want no smoke with that guy. Because maybe that guy have hands as well for that to happen and him not do anything. I don't know. Maybe that was the quiet twin brother. There's one of them that's quiet, and the other one, he, jokes and brag and talks a lot. So I don't know which one it was, where he slapped the shit out of him. Isn't that something? And Earl Spence got the dog shit beat out of him. And he's a dog. They say Terrance, they say Crawford is a dog, and he showed it. He showed it. Cause he beat Terrance like a he beat Earl Spence like a runaway slave. Beat him like a runaway slave. Oh man. It was ridiculous. All right. Also, all week they've been talking about what's her name? Jessica Robin Moore. Jessica Robin Moore. Y'all all may know her as Jess Hilarious from A While and Out. And all week has been a battle with her versus some trans women, various trans women, I guess, in the trans woman or gender community. Someone named T.S. Madison or something like that. And it got real hot and heated because now these trans women are upstaging or feel like they're upstaging real natural born women. And it's like, what's going on? I don't get it. What is going on? What is the whole purpose of it? Yeah, what does it say? Earl's about to level up. Okay. Vigilant Thor. Who was he about to level up with? That's what I would like to know. What would be his next boxing fight? Yeah, his boxing IQ is impeccable. And he hits hard, especially to the body. Yeah, we all know that. But I would like to know who will be his next fight, you know. And also I would like to know once again who will be Crawford's next fight. I'm thinking once again I can't remember his name, his first name, but Ennis. Ennis, last name Ennis. Last name Ennis. Can't remember his first name. But yeah, back to Jess Hilarious. Now, with that whole situation with Jess Hilarious and battling with a transgender woman, I don't, it's kind of topsy turvy on that because believe it or not, and let's just uh, uh, zero in specifically on black women. It's been a long time, couple of years actually, decades even, where yeah, black women have supported homosexuality and the homosexuality of black males. I mean, y'all laugh, y'all joke with them, y'all confide in them, y'all talk to them about y'all marriage, y'all relationships, and things of that nature. Y'all go out with them, y'all hang out with them, y'all have them doing your hair, you have them doing your makeup. And now, where it's getting to this point, now y'all want to kind of, withdraw or backtrack from the things that y'all used to do when all along y'all was encouraging this behavior, in my opinion. Y'all been encouraging this behavior all along. And at the end of the day, y'all will encourage this behavior and have them doing your hair, have them doing your makeup. But if you have a boy, son, y'all don't want them to go that route. So if you don't want them to go that route, why will you embrace them by allowing them to do your hair and do your makeup and girl, your face is beat and all this craziness, laughing with them. And then when they make that transformation into wanting to look like somebody as such as yourself, now all of a sudden y'all have a problem with it. I just don't get it. when y'all embraced it in the first place. So what made you want to embrace it in the first place? So now let's get this straight. A lot of, not all, but a lot of black women, y'all want to be disrespectful towards the heterosexual man. We ain't shit. We this, we that, we this and that. And when y'all talk like that about us, who do y'all confide in? Y'all run right to these homosexual males that turn into these transgender women. And now they turn into the transgender women, and you seem like you can't take it. Well, as, another platform, I believe it's called Comedy Hype News. They had a clip of Jess Hilarious, and let's listen up to what she had to say.
Is going to stand up for us. And us, I mean women, real women, biological women, women who were born with all the parts that you guys wish that you were. When does the delusion stop? What is the difference between you and someone who has been diagnosed to be mentally insane? Stop talking out your fucking ass. How are you projecting your anger on real women? Because we are the gatekeepers. We the only one that can bleed, honey. We the only ones that can give birth. We make y'all people. We make y'all. You can't be us. You will never. You're chasing something you'll never, ever get. You'll never be that.
Oh man, she said it. There'll never be a real woman. You don't have migraines. You don't have ovaries. You don't have physically a vagina. So on that aspect, you don't have your cycle every month. So on that aspect, I would say I agree with Jess Hilarious with those comments that she made. Totally, I agree with that. But again, on the flip side, a lot of you women out there have been embracing it. Now I said a lot of you women, not all black women, but a lot of you women have been embracing it because before they made that transition, again, y'all hung out with them, y'all confided in them, y'all told them some of your most deepest, darkest secrets. Y'all had them doing your makeup, doing your hair, and as they slowly was making the transition, you started calling him Miss this, Miss that, Miss Girl, and it's all right if he's a homosexual calling you a bitch, but a heterosexual man can't call you a bitch. It's a problem. So y'all made it comfortable for these homosexual guys to be into y'all space. Now they transform and make that transition into dressing up to look like you all, and now y'all have a problem. Now y'all want to draw back and draw away from it. You know, I don't know what's going on these days, but why all of a sudden you want to draw back from it when y'all were embracing it? Y'all were the cheerleaders for it at first. Oh, girl, this girl, that. Why are you calling that person the girl this and girl that? And they don't have the same equipment that you have. Again, like she mentioned, you don't bleed like them. You don't have the ovaries like them. You don't have the migraines like them. But y'all was steady calling them Miss this and Miss that, Miss this and Miss that. And now y'all want to backtrack and divert from the situation of how they might feel. And then some of y'all women, or a lot of y'all women out there, are tired of straddling the fence. A lot of y'all not even looking like real women used to look. Some of y'all are looking like trans women themselves. The eyelashes and the fake wigs and weaves and things of that nature. You deceiving heterosexual men out here. And a lot of times when y'all get dressed up and y'all want to get your hair done and makeup done and everything, y'all not really even doing it for us. Y'all not doing it for the men. Y'all doing it for yourselves and each other to outstage other women. So now, I sad to say, but now y'all these trans women are giving y'all competition. So sad, so sad, so sad, so sad. And Jess Hilarious herself went on a platform and said at one time she's been mistaken for a transgender woman. Really? Really? That is insane. Actually, she should have just kept that to herself. You don't get on somebody's platform and say something like that. Wow. But then people might look at her in a different light or different perspective. But yeah, she's all woman from what I gather, and that's why she's making the fuss or the rant about who's sticking up for them, who's sticking up for natural biological black women. Well, you have heterosexual black men that's out here, and our position is to promote manhood and to protect womanhood. But how can you protect womanhood or our woman, so to speak, when y'all talk to the hand and all this disrespectful stuff that y'all say towards us men? And then the man wants to, like the group was called the Passport Bros, want to get a passport and be in search of other ethnicities of women because they're getting tired and fed up of a lot of y'all shit, disrespectful and things of that nature. So when these before they made the transition, y'all were all buddy buddy, laughing, he, and all day long with these homosexual black guys. So now they say, "Oh, we want the attention like y'all now," and sadly to say, they're getting it from some of these guys out here. They are getting it from some of these guys out here. So y'all not understanding. The war is on. It's the war is on. You got a friend indeed, and a friend in me is a friend indeed. And the friend that y'all all trying to stiff arm is the heterosexual black man. Man, woman, and child. That's how you create a family. But if y'all stiff arming us, then a lot of black men they go to different ethnicities. So when you see the black man with a Caucasian woman or a Latino woman or an Indian woman, you can't really get mad because a lot of times y'all bring it on yourselves, unfortunately. And so now these transgender women, they they biggity, they uppity, they Billy Badass now, and they feel like they better than y'all biological women, biological born women. What is this world is coming to? In the name of Houston. We got a problem, Houston. We got a problem, Houston. What's going on? Which brings me into Houston, Houston, Texas. What is going on out there with y'all? Now, let's get this straight. In my opinion, Atlanta is considered the old San Francisco, and Houston is becoming the new Atlanta. Let's say it again. Atlanta is becoming the old San Francisco, and Houston is becoming the new Atlanta. Yeah, there was reported that there's a high case of syphilis in Houston, Texas. And They zeroed it in once again by black women. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? You know? What's going on? You need to be slapped. You need to be slapped, ladies. You know what I mean? Play it safe. Wrap it up. Or what is it? You got a lot of dirty dick guys out there in Houston? You got a lot of dirty dick guys out there in Houston. They going from woman to woman to woman and dirtying up the poom poom. What's going on in Houston? Oh, what's going on? You got a lot. I don't know. You got a lot of dirty dick guys out there in Houston going from woman to woman to woman, and now a lot of these black women are going to the clinic and getting their penicillin or whatever it is they need to get it together, because the rate of syphilis is going up out there. Wow, that is a shame. That's what needs to happen. They need to get slapped because it's ridiculous. I mean, damn. Haven't anybody out there heard of a condom? I mean, we know it's not 100%, but it's possibility it could stop STDs. Sheesh, wrap it up or something, or just I guess become abstinence or something, you know. But the rate that they going, it's not a good look. We got a problem, Houston. It is not a good look. And then they zeroed it in. They didn't say Mexican or Caucasian. They said black women. What's going on out there? It's enough. It's like, is it not enough that you have biochemical warfare out here called COVID, and that's coming back into the fold, which it never really left. The only difference is less and less people are wearing their mask. But I'll say give it to about September, then they'll be making another mandate to wear your mask again. So as that's not enough, now you out here in Houston, yeah, having a great time out there. You're having a good time out there, I see, huh? Out there just, some people say in Houston, oh, willy nilly. Oh, willy nilly. just just going there laying the old heave ho, the old hammer down. Oh, dirty dick niggas. What's going on, Houston? oh, 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 dirty dick niggas out there. Infesting, infesting these chicks out there. What's going on, man? You're not impregnating them. Y'all hitting them with the old heave ho. Wow. And pretty soon, you know what that means? It's going to package that monster soon. I mean, respectfully, hopefully not. But man, y'all got to get it together. It doesn't make any sense, you know, for y'all to be going to the clinic in droves. There's been an increase in the percentage from 68% last year to 128 this year. Oh boy, that's a high percentage. And I said it before, and I'll say it again. This has been the biggest hoish decade I've ever seen. Or this time that we're in right now is the biggest hoish time ever. Hoish ways, hoish activities. Not saying these women are hoes, but they just hoish, you know, or hoe tendencies. Yeah. uh, it's ridiculous, man. I gotta learn how to wrap it up. Wrap it up out there in Houston. It's not good. It's not a good look, obviously, health wise. Damn. And I'm pretty sure you could go to one of those gas stations out there. I know Quick Trip is only Atlanta have Quick Trip. And I think Wawa's is a up north type of thing from Virginia and various places like that. But whatever y'all call y'all local gas stations out there, you know, BP or whatever y'all got out there, go get a condom. Wrap it up. It is ridiculous to be walking around with syphilis. And you know, you can have that on your hand, on your mouth, anywhere on your body. And y'all scratching and itching and don't know why y'all got it or who y'all probably got it from. But y'all just having a blast out there. H Town. H Town, take this L. Take this L, H Town. That's a big L. Or should I say the big S, a syphilis? That is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. What's next? What's next? First, the drama with what they call themselves, mob ties with Jay Prince and those guys out there, and now this. Now they got syphilis. So now it's not even safe for well, if you are out there, you born and raised, or you visiting, or you're a transparent. Hey, keep your pants up. Put your dick in your pants and protect your muff, ladies, because it's getting wild. It's getting bad out there. You know, once again, if you are transparent and you're not originally from there, then you might be okay. But even still, wrap it up. Wrap it up before you be another suspect or another victim going to one of those hospitals or clinics out there. You know, got to get your dick rotted, like you getting rotted off the range or something. You know, it's not a pretty sight, or you have to take some type of medication that you have not normally taken or anything like that. You know, some people, slip through the cracks. Some people know how to wrap it up and not get so engulfed and caught up and thirsty. It must be a lot of thirsty dudes out there. And not be so thirsty and smash everything in sight or everything they see. You know, you don't know what you might uncover what's beneath the surface. I say again, you don't know what you might uncover once you scratch what's beneath the surface. You know? Yeah, so that's ridiculous, man. What is this country coming to? And what is this world coming to? Nothing but a big debacle. I say again, nothing but a big debacle. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. You know? And as for you biological born women, hey, so every dark cloud, there's a silver lining. Um, remove the masculinity, right? Take the bass out your voice. Three S's. Go back to learning how to be sexy, sensual, and seductive. Go back to being sexy, sensual, and seductive. right? Or I will even add another S in there for you. Submissive. Submissive don't have to mean that, oh, you jumping to do everything that the man tells you to do or asks of you to do. It just means if you do different things for him, then he'll show you much more love. I say again, submissive should mean if you show that you sexy, seductive, and sensual, all of those wrap up and embody submissive. It doesn't mean you have to run and jump at every beck and whim of his call or what he may tell you or ask of you to do. It just means you're doing it because you know that this is the man or relationship or a husband that you chose to be with, and you know he is a leader. That's what we are here for, to promote manhood and protect womanhood. We are to be those leaders. And if you're dealing with a person, obviously you with them because you've seen something in him. Doesn't Don't matter about the bag. Don't matter about materialism, the car he drive, the house he may have. It's about the inner him to bring out the inner you and not be a inner me. You get it? It's about the inner him to bring out the inner you so you don't have to be an inner me. Because when you're an inner me, you're really not hating or mad with him. You're really mad with yourself. You got it? You get it? Well, I'm gone. That's my word of advice for some of you sisters out there. And some of the rest of y'all that don't want to listen, suffer in your hell. Some of the rest of y'all women that don't want to listen, suffer in your hell. And you'll see what will be the outcome of that. Because men are tired of your shit. Pretty much. Men are tired of your shit. But a man wouldn't really get tired of a woman's shit if she's sexy, seductive, and sensual. And all of that, again, falls under the umbrella of being submissive. Because then he'll look at you in a whole different light and a whole different perspective. And a person or a woman that carry and possess those qualities would show that she's a traditional woman and not a modern woman, you know, and that she would be in a position to honor, love, cherish, and obey her man if there's a possibility that he proposes to her. Those are the vows. And if those are the vows, then those are the vows that you should adhere by. If for those of you that's out there that's married, and the key word is obey. Because how can you have a job and you running and making and breaking your neck, swerving through traffic, taking the bus, taking the train, waking up early to be on time for your supervisor, for him not to curse you out or fire you if it's a male supervisor, so to speak, for example. You would do everything to obey him, but you do the total opposite to the man that's in the household with you, making things easier for you when you're supposed to be the helpmate. See? Knowledge, I drop jewels. I drop jewels like paraphernalia. I gotta listen sometimes. Don't let it go over your head like airplanes. You know? Let it sink in through your ears. But if it's pertaining to you, you listen. If it's not, then let it go on one ear and out the other. You know? Let's just cook off. Till next time, signing off.